They say a first impression is everything, at work, with friends, even in the NFL. If you're looking for a target on 3rd and long, go to Alec Pierce. If you're looking for insight on the Colts starting quarterback battle, you should talk to somebody else. Remember playing football in the front yard, scoring that game-winning touchdown in the make-believe Super Bowl? For me, it was before I realized I talk better than I throw. It's past my bedtime, but I had to stay awake for the first night practice in Colts history. 2 weeks ago, Mike Uremovich was in West Lafayette moving his son into Purdue University. This Saturday, he'll make his return to Boilermaker country, not for a class reunion, but for a football game. Just a day after trimming the Colts roster to 53 players, General Manager Chris Ballard met with the media this afternoon. It's been a roller coaster few months for JT Tuimoloau. Think about this. In January, he's playing for the national championship for Ohio State against future Colts teammate Riley Leonard, might I add. An answer to the Colts QB question could come this week. It's not often a kicker steals the spotlight, but when you're the team's only scorer for nearly 3 quarters, people tend to take notice. Against the Ravens, Spencer Schrader nailed 3 of 4 field goal attempts, including a 53-yarder, which is the longest of his career, and that performance helped solidify him as the front runner for new special teams coordinator Brian Mason.
I think he's kicking better in training camp than he was in OTAs. I think he's kicking better in week 3 of training camp than he was in week 1. Certainly has the leg up in this competition. So Spencer will start to get a bulk of the load as we move forward today. He had a majority of the kicks today in practice. He will be the starting kicker and the only kicker that will kick this weekend on Saturday against the Packers.
Colts had 9 points in the first half, all of them off the leg of Schrader. He's now got a prime opportunity tonight against the Packers to pull away in the kicking competition and maybe even push his personal best back a little farther. In hoops last night, it was a big one for the Indiana Fever. The team celebrating Caitlin Clark, who unfortunately missed her 25th game of the season due to injury. So once again, Kelsey Mitchell has to play superhero, picking up the slack for Clark. In fact, with her 21 points, she broke Caitlin's single-season record for points scored. The win keeps Indiana above the 500 mark as the wait continues for Clark's return.
I want to see her in practice, live in practice. I want to see her continue to work to not just build endurance, but to be able to handle contact 94 feet as it's going to be in game, and to be able to do that and sustain from an endurance standpoint, and that's going to take multiple practices.
Here's just how big that win was last night. Indiana back into 6th place in the WNBA standings. The top 8 teams qualify for the playoffs. Another huge game on Friday night in LA against the Sparks, the team currently on the outside looking in, sitting there in 9th place.
She's going to get the best out of everybody.
Lou Anarumo's defense has been the heartbeat of Colts training camp through its first 2 days. It's a unit built on 3 things: discipline, detail, and a shared pursuit of excellence.
We don't want a lot of ups and downs, and if we can count on you, we know what we're going to get from you. Again, rookie, older guy, we're just looking for that from everybody.
But one man's pride is another man's problem. OC Jim Bob Cooter has had to reach deep into his playbook just to keep up. Still, he's embracing the challenge.
It's that old iron sharpens iron type of thought process, but the more varied looks we can get, the tighter coverage looks we can get, it's going to be better for all of us.
That goes for the quarterbacks too. Both Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones are locked in a heated competition for the starting job. Each says Anarumo's defense is sharpening their decision-making and speeding up their game.
It makes me process things a little bit differently, and it helps me get more answers. I'm definitely excited to keep working against those guys.
He's a great defensive coordinator. I've had a lot of respect for him for years.
Anarumo isn't just getting his defense ready for week 1, he's elevating the entire team. At Grand Park, Caleb Spinner, CBS 4 Sports.
I was just trying to be alive this year.
Braden Smith had been a steady force on the Colts offensive line, playing more than 700 snaps over 12 starts. But one day,
I came in, got into the parking lot, left immediately. It felt like I had a mental collapse. I went home, took a nap. My wife thought when I woke up, I was going to be in bare spine. I just wasn't there. It's pretty dark.
Smith was battling religious scrupulosity, a severe form of obsessive compulsive disorder where even the smallest moral misstep feels like a spiritual crisis.
I just wanted to find joy in life, and for a while there, I didn't feel like I was ever going to find that again.
After opening up to his wife and a few teammates, Smith stepped away from football and checked himself into a mental health facility. Months later, he says he's healed and sees life through a new lens.
You take things for granted until those parts are kind of taken away from you and you don't realize how good you had it, and now I just have that greater appreciation. Every day is awesome.
Smith leaned on his support system during recovery, including Colts coaches, teammates, and leadership. Head coach Shane Steichen says it's a priority to make players feel safe sharing their struggles.
People look at them as football players, but they're humans too, and everyone's, goes through something in life that, might be dealing with something. So to have that in this organization, know that, we got our players' backs, no matter what happens, I think it's tremendous.
As for his faith, Smith says he's no longer chasing perfection, just peace.
A relationship with God doesn't have to look like a cookie cutter type of thing. Like, it's different for everybody. There's not boxes that I need to check off. There's not things that I need to do, and it's not perfect, but it's kind of allowed me to just give it all to him and not worry about what else can happen.
At Grand Park, Caleb Spinner, CBS 4 Sports.